So you're going to your first track day, or maybe you had your first track day, but you want to be faster. You might want to use these 5 easy tips on your next track day so you can be faster. In the end of this video, I will tell you how you can use these 5 tips on your track day. Starting with the first tip, understand your bike. Be relaxed, get to know your bike, go on the track, feel how it brakes, get familiar with the horses, the horsepower that your bike is having, get familiar with the speed. As long as you get comfortable with your bike, you're way less scared, so you can enjoy the bike more. Just be relaxed, try to understand what your bike is capable of. The second tip is a quite common tip, but a lot of people forget it. Know the racing lines. You can prepare yourself before the track day by learning the track days. Check videos on YouTube, because every track has its own videos. Know where the apex is, know when to brake, know when to go back on throttle. So you won't have to think about that on your track day. And it improves your lap times a lot. Third tip is your body position. Tuck in, make yourself small. Make yourself small, so don't lean over the steer, but make yourself small. And beside of that, your toes need to be on the footsteps, not your heels. Your toes need to be on the footsteps, so you can move your way over your seat way smoother than normally. And of course, lean in the turns. Make sure you use your weight to turn the bike. The next tip is very important. Look where you are going, because when you're driving on the streets, you have to make sure there's no dirt, there are no people walking around, no kids playing on the streets. When you go on the track, you don't have to worry about that. So the only thing you have to worry is where you are going. Face the turn, look where the brake point is, look where the apex is, and look where the exit is. When you look where you're going, you will respond by letting the bike and adjusting everything to get there. So look where you're going, don't worry about what's in front of your front tire, just go where you want to go by looking to it. And the last one, I think this is where you can improve seconds, because a lot of people do this wrong in the beginning. You're not gonna win a lot of time on the straights, you're gonna win a lot of time by braking late. And how can you brake perfectly late? First of all, check for reference points. If you don't have a reference point, you can never improve your braking point on the next turn. Start by a reference point, for example, the beginning of the curbs, and with that reference point, you can check if you can make the turn, and if you feel like I can take more speed into the turn, take your reference point and brake a little bit later. And keep going, keep going, keep going. So if you have the reference point and you're facing it, how are you gonna brake? A lot of people brake, downshift, hold the clutch, downshift, still holding the clutch. But you want to use the engine to brake too. So when you brake and immediately downshift, release the clutch, let the engine brake on it, maybe downshift more, or maybe you can downshift 2 times, release the clutch. The bike will move a little, but that's the engine that is braking the rear tire. The pros also will use their rear brake. In the beginning, you won't have to use that. Focus on just braking on your braking point and braking in the right way. Those are the 5 tips you can use on your next track day, and that will definitely make you faster. Just easy beginner tips. My last advice to do this: use 1 tip at a time. So don't try all 5 tips in your first session. Start with the first one, and if your bike feels okay, you can go to the second tip. If you don't feel comfortable yet, stick with the first tip and get more comfortable. We will train this year too on new bikes. We will demonstrate how we use those tips. So follow our journey, subscribe, and see you next time.